And there we are, in the lane. Alright, hang on, Mr. Sears.
I have a legal right to be on the road.
Okay, we're not going to discuss that anymore.
Welcome back to the LackLuster channel. Today's story is brought to us by the Three Mules YouTube channel. They also have a Facebook page and a website that document their nomadic lifestyle. John Sears has traveled the state of California with his mules for the past 8 years. On January 21st, he filed a lawsuit alleging that the California Highway Patrol unlawfully arrested him in violation of his natural, constitutional, and statutory rights. On January 23rd, 2020, the mules were walking along Lake Nacimiento Drive, a 2-lane country road in San Luis Obispo County, and the only route between Bradley, California and Paso Robles other than Highway 101. The road is hemmed with steep banks on both sides. It has narrow to non-existent shoulders in many areas. The non-paved area directly adjacent to the road was a steep upward bank, which would be difficult to impossible for a pack mule to navigate. Fortunately for the mules, the California vehicle codes provide all non-motorized travel equal access to the public thoroughfare. But despite the mule's right to travel the road and all public thoroughfares in California, he was ordered by CHP officer David Agredano to stay off the road, a command that is not only impossible to safely comply with, but inconsistent with vehicle codes that provide that animals that are ridden or driven have the same rights as vehicles to use the public highway, and we'll review that in a moment. After making a few passes at the mules, Officer Agredano pulled them over.
And there we are, in the lane. Mr. Sears. We didn't have to come to this.
Because what you're doing is unlawful. What you're doing is unlawful. It's illegal. I have a legal right to be on the road.
Okay, we're not going to discuss that anymore. Go ahead and turn around. You're placed under arrest. Put your hands behind your back.
You are actually
lawful arrest. The trans go.
Lawful arrest. You don't want to go through the hill. I have a legal right to be on this road.
Mr. Sears was arrested for failure to comply with a lawful order of a peace officer and pedestrian outside of a crosswalk. His mules and personal property were impounded and only released upon payment of $266. Based on the transparency he provides on the Three Mules website, this fee constitutes more than 90% of his monthly income. California Vehicle Code 21759 states, "The driver of any vehicle approaching any horse-drawn vehicle, any ridden animal animal, or any livestock, shall exercise proper control of his vehicle and shall reduce speed or stop in order to avoid frightening and to safeguard the animal or livestock. This code is shored up further by the California Driver's Handbook. On January 21st, he filed a lawsuit alleging that the California Highway Patrol unlawfully arrested and imprisoned him in violation of his natural, constitutional, and statutory rights. The complaint also includes a violation of the Bain Act. In addition to his damages, he seeks a declaration of his rights that he can present to law enforcement in the future, and for the CHP to issue a training bulletin informing officers of the right of animals to use the public thoroughfare. The right to travel is not only enshrined in the United States and California Constitution, but dates back to at least the Magna Carta in 1215. Equating travel with the notion of liberty, the U.S. Supreme Court stated, "Freedom of movement across frontiers in either direction, and inside frontiers as well, was a part of our heritage. It may be as close to the heart of the individual as the choice of what he eats or wears or reads. Freedom of movement is basic in our scheme of values." Again, litigation can take years, and when there are updates on this case, I'll be sure to share them with you. I commend Mr. Sears for persevering in filing this complaint, as well as living a truly wholesome and traditional lifestyle.
I'm Jerry Nadler. I'm a Superior Court Judge for Santa Clara County. On September 5th of 2013, I was handling what's called the arraignment calendar in the South County Courthouse of Santa Clara County in Morgan Hill, and he was on my arraignment calendar in custody, and he was charged with a vehicle code violation of failing to follow the orders of a peace officer. Well, here's a guy simply proceeding down the side of the road lawfully with his mules, and people are simply distracted because they haven't seen mules in a long time. Unfortunately, the system doesn't work really well with really unique individuals or types of cases. And perhaps Mr. Sears is that sort of unique case where he's charged with an offense that it appears that he had better insights about than the officer. You know, the officer is really concerned about protecting the highway, especially on a holiday weekend. But the officer still has to be aware of what the law is with regard to it as well. And again, in this case, it's sort of a unique case. I'm sure it's the first mule case the officer has ever run into. But again, the officer is obligated to know what the law is, and if the law allows for a pedestrian and his animals to be on the highway, then he's got to make perhaps some other decisions.
If you'd like to help support the Three Mules, links to their Facebook page, website, and YouTube channel will be listed down below. Thank you for watching. If you have an interaction you'd like me to review, email me, submit it on my website, or through Facebook Messenger. All links are down below.